Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at XRP and its valuations against Bitcoin. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, um, yeah, I haven't really touched on XRP in a while because I mean, it was the last 2 weeks or so. I mean, the week of April 26th, we rallied about 31% on the week. The following week, we dropped about 4.74%. And I said that with XRP, it's just a waiting game, right? This is one of the more riskier assets that I hold in my portfolio, simply because that we're on a time crunch, so to speak. And what I mean by time crunch is that, in my view, I think the best case scenario is that XRP rallies before the end of the SEC hearing, just so that that's out of that doesn't necessarily affect the price. So, in my view, that's the risky part in it. I have it's like trading options, right? You have a deadline where you want to see the move that you think is going to happen, and so that increases the risk exponentially. Having said that, XRP is up this week. In fact, it's up 17.5% this week. It is up 10% against Bitcoin today, and things are looking good. Now, you might notice this wick actually, and it's it's pretty impressive. If you remember when Bitcoin crashed down to the 20-week moving average, that's what happened. This wick right here, and I saw it happen in real time. And too bad I don't trade on Poloniex, because I would have definitely loved to capitalize on that. With that said, it's it's just a question of who bought the dip, right? I obviously didn't, but if you did, if you trade on Poloniex, congratulations. Anyway, looking at the weekly, we're still seeing an uptrend. If we're able to close around this price level today, that's progression, I think. And when we look from the bottom to the top, it's obviously still moving in an upwards direction. Now, naturally, it doesn't necessarily have to mimic exactly what it did last cycle, but I still think at the end of the day, we should be trending up. And and although it might not look similar to last cycle, I also think that the move is going to come extremely quickly. Maybe not as quick as last cycle, but quick nonetheless, where it's going to start pushing up incredible numbers. It's going to give us these crazy candles in a week. And with that, and it's going to give people little time to react to it. And with XRP, and with Litecoin, my philosophy is to, not necessarily, it's a matter of timing the market rather than buying into the pump. Naturally, I generally don't buy into the pump, but I think that's especially so with XRP. The time to buy was weeks ago. The time to buy was weeks ago, and you had a very long time to do so. You had from December 28th to March 29th to make that move. 3 months. And now, if you're considering to buy, you can, but know that the risk is much higher here than it is here, because I would still say it's quite a possibility that XRP just comes back down. Any kind of bad news, I mean, XRP is already in rocky waters, whether you like it or not. The risk on it is extremely high. No matter, honestly, no matter where you buy it, but at least try to buy it at the lowest price you can, historically speaking, to mitigate that risk. Having said that, I mean, it's doing good. It's up 18%, 17.5% for the week, and it's still a matter of a waiting game. The conditions required for XRP to move has been fulfilled. Bitcoin is above its prior all-time high of $20,000. We're still at the 20-week moving average. Things are still relatively bullish. I mean, when you look at assets like Cardano moving up another 14%, climbing the Bitcoin valuation, coming back to the fold of the upper bounds of the Cardano Ether chart, and with the US dollar being where Cardano is now valued at $2.26, you can't say that things are now bearish at this time. I wouldn't say that. It would be a very different story if Bitcoin breaks down past the 20-week moving average, and I think I would change my tune then. But at the moment right now, it's still relatively bullish. And because of that, I still hold my XRP position. If Bitcoin actually breaks down the 20-week moving average, even then, I might consider reducing my position size on XRP, but that would depend on how big my Bitcoin position is at that time. If my Bitcoin position is, relatively large in comparison to the rest of my portfolio, I'll probably leave it as is. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. At this time, though, I'm still, if you want to call it, I'm still bullish on XRP, in the sense that I'm still in the belief that we'll reach the upper bounds of the XRP Bitcoin chart. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.